Guys, Jeff here from Retro Rare and Rad, and I am out looking for items for the spare change eBay store. It's getting cold here, so garage sales have pretty much dried up. There's really nothing going on. So I'm going to have to change my game up a little bit and start hitting thrift stores, Craigslist, and whatever else I can find. So today I am out hitting one of our local flea markets. And I haven't hit this place for over a year. I would say I've had mixed luck here, but we'll see what I can find today. And hopefully I can get some items for the spare change eBay store. Challenge I have with the store is that I started it pretty late in the season. So my normal, garage sale search, I found a few things, but it was very late in the season, so I have not built up a good inventory yet of items. So it's going to get tricky now, having to hit some of these other sources to try to find stuff. But I'm hopeful that I'll get lucky, but we'll see. Okay guys, the first thing I'm going to show you is a lot that I picked up at the flea market, but also I've combined in some items that I picked up from a friend of mine at work. So these are all Nintendo 64 items. For those of you that have watched my other Retro Rare and Rad videos, you know that I am a video game collector, but I just started collecting for the Nintendo 64. So when I found these items, I was pretty excited about it. I'm going to keep some of the items and I'm going to sell other things in the spare change eBay store. So let's start with this Nintendo 64 Jungle Green console. I found this at the flea market and I paid $25 for this. This console is going to go into my collection. I've had a Nintendo 64, just a standard model, and always on the lookout for these colored consoles, and when I found this I was pretty excited. It does need some work. There's a cover here that's missing, so I'll get that taken care of, but I've cleaned it up. It looks pretty nice. So that Nintendo 64 console is going in my collection. This other console though I am going to sell. This is one that I got from my buddy at work, and I paid $5 for this, along with some other video games that I paid about $2 each for, and he was really just trying to get rid of them, so gave me a very good deal. So this one's actually going to be sold in the spare change eBay store. Okay, so here are all of the Nintendo 64 games that I picked up between the two lots, the flea market and the lot from my friend. I have 21 games here total. This stack I'm actually going to sell on the spare change eBay store. This stack is going into my collection. I calculated out that I paid about $2 a piece for these between the two lots. So let's start with the stack I'm going to sell. I got Donkey Kong 64, Mario Party, Super Mario 64, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, WCW World Tour. As you can tell, I got to clean this one up still. Kobe Bryant NBA, Madden 99, NBA Live 99, and Revolt. So those will all be sold on the spare change eBay store. These are going into my collection, and the reason these are going in my collection is that I don't have these yet, and so, or I did have them at one point and I sold them before I started collecting for the Nintendo 64. So here's what I got: South Park, Mischief Makers, Jet Force Gemini, Rampage 2, Dr. Mario 64, Mickey Mouse Speedway USA, Mario Golf, Mario Kart 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Zelda Majora's Mask, Pokemon Stadium, and Pokemon Snap. Okay, this item I found at the flea market for $5. This is a fat PlayStation 2. It's got a custom cover on it, which is kind of neat looking. This thing was pretty dirty when I picked it up. I did clean it up as best I could. I could probably clean it a little bit more, and I may before I list it. Came with the controller, came with the hookups. I've tested it. It works just fine, which surprised me a little bit based on how dirty it was. But for $5 at the flea market, really can't beat it. This is going for sale. It's in the spare change eBay store. So this is another item I found at the flea market. This is a Star Wars Trilogy special letterbox collector's edition. This is a VHS set. So it's got 4 VHS tapes. They all look to be in perfect condition. So this comes with the first 3 movies on VHS, along with From Star Wars to Jedi, The Making of a Saga. And this also comes with this advertising insert and a collector's edition certificate. So when I bought this, I thought it might be worth something. I've picked up VHS tapes from the early versions before Lucas hacked them up, and I've sold those and made a pretty good profit. For some reason, this set's not going for as much. The other thing that's going to hurt it is there's a little damage on the outside of the case. So in perfect condition, I could probably get 25 to 30 out of this. In this condition, probably 20 on the high end. So we'll see if I can do that. I paid 5, so if I made 20, that would be okay. But I'm just not sure. I probably next time would pass on this set. You guys probably remember a few weeks ago I picked up this Konica 3A rangefinder camera at an estate sale, and I paid $5 for it. A couple of you guys looked it up and figured out that these things are selling for about $200 on eBay in good condition. So I was really excited about it. Thought, I'm going to make some big money here, but not so fast. Got it home, cleaned it up, took a good look at it, and there's some problems with this camera. So let me do a close-up and I'll show you what I mean. So probably the best thing about this camera is the leather case. It's actually in pretty good condition, and so that was the one nice thing. But when you take this apart, start taking a look at the camera, it gets a little bit scary. So the first thing is I couldn't get this camera to fire, and I don't know if I was doing something wrong or what. I tried to research it, but I really couldn't find anything to help me out. So it seems like it's just not functioning. It wouldn't fire at all. And then when I opened it up, I noticed there's some, I don't know if you can see, there's some rust on the inside and in a couple of places. So it's obviously had moisture inside of it, which is not a good thing. And then probably the biggest problem is that when I look through the viewfinder, it's very, very foggy and hazy, and there's you look through this way and shine a light down in, it looks like there's some fungus inside the viewfinder, which obviously is a very bad thing. So all of those things concerned me. So with all of these issues, I went ahead and listed it and described all the different problems as best I could. I explained that it is not working and has not been tested, and I listed it for parts of repair with no refunds. And I listed it at auction too, because pretty hard to put a price on this, and so I just set it up as an auction, started at $9.99, and we'll see how it comes out. Obviously I'm not going to get anywhere near my $200 for this. The ones that were going for $200 were in great condition, working condition, tested and all of that. So with all of these issues, I know I'm not going to get anywhere near that. I probably will make my $5 back and make a little profit off of it, but it's not the gem that I thought it was.